Let's see here. Figure out where I really want to put this camera. That's annoying. Welcome back to Crafted by Ray. We're just hanging out in the workshop, getting ready to do some work for the day. Now I'm just gonna place the camera somewhere where I can look at the chat too. Alright, hopefully that sun's not too bright. Might need to move that microphone a little closer. Alright. So, let's just start off with like last week's video. I'm really proud of this little box I made last week. I can't wait to make more, but I can't decide what kind of design I'm looking for the next one. I might do something where it comes up and the bottom of the drawers are not actually connected because I don't have a thin blade yet. So then I can get like a tight corner in there and then have it just bouncing, but I'm worried about the wood just expanding outward. And not sure how that's going to go. But this week the video I'm going to be working on is, I've had the same table saw for about 8 years, and I'm just going to go over what I do with it to keep it cutting right and square, and maybe talk about some of the things I like to use, like one of these little blocks that keeps it square. But if you guys have any questions, I got the chat up, I can see it in the background. But yeah, I'm just talking about my plans for the week. I'm going to plan on probably doing one of these episodes every weekend, every Saturday. Post that in the chat and pin it for everyone that joins in. They'll know that I'm going to be doing this every week. That's my goal. In case people have any questions or anything I was working on over the last couple of weeks, or the video I did last week. And yeah. How's your guys' day going? I'm also gonna excuse me. I'm also gonna try to figure out a way I can. Well, let's reach the table saw. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, with my chair on the other side. Alright, so while we're here, I'm gonna probably put this together. I got this micro jigs push blocks. I've been getting a lot of push blocks lately. I'm really liking micro jig stuff. As you can see, like some of the short videos I've been posting are basically just me using the micro jig products. But I got the bigger one here that I want to put together. I figured, well, in the shop, in the shop talking, I could be putting it together at the same time. I'm just not sure how the audio is. Looks like it's a camera needs to get a little farther back. Oh my gosh, there's so many pieces. Maybe I'll do that later. But some of the things I'd like to know is like, what are some of the things that you do for your table saw to keep it working good? I mean, I'm going to mention in my video, like the common stuff like paste wax, because it's nice to keep your table all smooth and working. Let's see. It's pretty warm in here today. I'm gonna turn this fan on. Let's see here. Clean this up. My shop's a mess. I'm trying to pick it up a little bit too. Falling out here. Oh, let's see. I'm gonna be. There's that cabinet. I'm just gonna try to see what else I could fit in this cabinet from last week. As you can see, I put it up there. Haven't added much. Not a lot of room in here. It's because the shelves are too close together. So I'm not sure what I can get in there that is laying around. Well, I got some other things that's not necessarily all chemical based, but I wonder if like little things I might need at this table to work on. I could stick in there. I'm not sure if I want to do that yet. Let me see if I got more chemicals laying around that I want to add to this cabinet. Oh, I do have some more of the. Well, this will be in the next video right here. Some paste wax. Look at that. That one's short enough that it can fit in. Oh, let's see, what else I got? Got some. There's things that I buy sometimes that I never actually end up using. That's the problem. Alright, so this is water-based stain that it's like red. I used it a couple times because I was making some flags. I think I did a video, I don't even know, like 6 years ago on American flag. That's when I bought that. It's almost a full can. Here's some like blue stain. bluish gray stain. I don't think I'll ever use that. I might end up seeing if anyone that I know has got a need for it. Here's some blue water-based stain that I got too when I was making flags. But I only made a few of those, and I haven't made them since. I'm not sure if it's stringing to the YouTube Shorts also. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. Apparently you can stream to both platforms, YouTube and YouTube Shorts at the same time, but it doesn't seem like it's working. But you never know. Now I'm gonna, let's see, bottom shelf, it's got a little bit more room. I could add a few more. Really what I'm gonna do is put like this rubbing alcohol in there, but maybe I can find some rubbing alcohol in a smaller bottle. If you're hearing me okay, let me know, because I keep walking away from the mic, and this is the mic I'm using, and I'm not sure if it picks up that good when I'm moving around the shop. But it's kind of hard for me to sit down when I see all this stuff I need to get done. Well, you know, let's see, go on for about an hour every Saturday. I'm going to talk about what my plans are. Like this week, I want to work on the table saw video. After that, I'm not quite sure what kind of shorts I'm going to do, but I've been getting a lot of views on shorts lately, so I'm going to keep that going. I'm just going to do some basic stuff with my new bandsaw. I might try another bandsaw box. Not sure the idea that I have is a good idea, because as I cut the bottom out, I don't know what's going to hold the wood from just keeping tight around the drawers if there's nothing holding the bottom. Unless I glue in that bottom piece to that bandsaw box. But I don't know. This is the first design, and I really like it, but I kind of want to see maybe 3 drawers. Maybe I'm like a taller one that I might sell at some craft shows in the fall. I don't know, it's kind of like, there's so many different ideas I can use for making these that I'm not sure which one to do. But like in the inside of the boxes here, I didn't flock them or anything. I left them raw, which I kind of like this, but also the flocking is more expensive, but it looks more professional. At least what I've seen on camera. I've never actually seen a bandsaw box that someone else has made. So I'm not quite sure how that stuff feels after it dries. I'd like to know. So if anyone out there has ever used it and they want to like tell me about it a little more. I've read some reviews, but I don't know if it's like holds up over time, or if it's like flaky if you brush it off, or if you put stuff in there, if it kind of sticks to it, or after the glue dries. That's another thing. It says it dries for like 24 hours. So it just seems like a long time for to use something like that. Especially when you're trying to make stuff from to sell. I mean, 24-hour drying time is like, I mean, I get it. I mean, you could set it aside, make them ahead of time, but probably really don't want the stuff to fall off. Alright, like, now that I made that cabinet over here, sorry about the glare, the sun is coming out, which is nice because it snows a lot, but I got the cabinet up over here. I moved the clamps I had here, and I need to keep them where I can reach them. I might put them below it, but that's what's nice about these French cleats, is like I can move things around. But I'm not sure. It might have enough room to sit right here. If I move this out of the way, this can fit up here. And I can put this clamp over here. I think it fits, maybe. Probably not. Maybe if I take all the clamps off, it'll fit. You're just joining in, I'm just reorganizing the shop a little bit, preparing for my next week's video. If you haven't yet saw last week's video, it's I experimented on my first bandsaw box, and I actually impressed myself on how nice it came out. For my first one, at least. I definitely don't have the right blade yet. I was using a 1/4-inch blade, and yeah, that ain't gonna work because I know where to put the clamps now. Move the tape rack. I don't use that as much. That might be my best bet, is to move that tape rack. But anyways, for my first bandsaw box, I mean, I couldn't believe how nice the seams were hidden as soon as I glued it together. But if you watch the video, you'll see all the mistakes I made and everything like that. Now, if I want to get to my clamps, maybe if my clamps were here, I could reach them easier. This is something I don't use too much. I don't use a lot of tape, so I'd probably get away with putting that up here. Maybe with sliding it down to that workstation, kind of, as long as it doesn't get in. I'm not going to clamp the top of that door, so I might as well leave it like that. Yeah, I think now we can put the clamps here, and it'd be easier for me to grab, because unfortunately I do a lot of my gluing on top of my table saw, because all my other tables are covered. I don't know if you guys have the same problem, but I work in a small shop and I can't find a spot for everything yet. But yeah, let me get that clamp thing here and see what's going on from that. That might be good where I can maybe, well, I might use this. I might start using that more often for clamping too. Got to be able to get the clamps on. I don't know if it'll go on. No, it definitely won't there. Maybe there, but I don't want to block that plug in. Yeah, I think our best bet is right here. Alright, let's see. Move the camera a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Now, just like everyone, and probably like me, we just got all kinds of different clamps. So I'll try to fit them all in here. Just random clamps like these. not really using this camera stand too much. Probably put that one back. Put that in here. Yeah, so now we'll get these clamps back on the shelf where they go. I think that'll work out pretty good. It's kind of bothering me that they were just piled off in the corner and I didn't have a spot for them yet. Trying to see if I do have more squeeze clamps that are that color. I don't know if it matters to keep them color organized, but maybe it's more visual pleasing. I'm not sure, but it's one of those things that might help me out knowing how many clamps I have, putting them in order. Oh, these ones are too next size down, so that'll work. Now with that over there and this over here, you should be able to reach the things. I could probably bring the tape down one so that I can get to it easier, but I'm not sure if that's necessary. Because if I'm standing over there, I can definitely reach it. And more clamps. Oh, you guys like these squeeze clamps? Because I find them very helpful. They're not like, I'd rather have more F clamps, but sometimes I find these squeeze clamps on sale and they're good to have, like, just to help out. You can use them for all kinds of things. Oh, I got more clamps over here that are also that color, so maybe I'll keep the colors together. I was using it for a zero clearance in last week's video of me making the bandsaw box on my little bandsaw. So, there we go. Okay. So what are you guys working on? If you're not in the live right now, just leave a comment below if you watch this later. Let's see. Next size would be this one. This one. I need one of those things where they just slide in so I don't have to open and close them each time. I think I'm going to try to figure out something like that for this French cleat wall that I've been working on for my back of my wall here, where I can just slide them in and drop them. So maybe some sort of hook. That might be better than squeezing them onto this clamp thing all the time. At least they're off the table, bitch. That was annoying. Alright, one thing up on the wall. Let's see what we can do next. Oh, let's see. Let's look around the room a little bit. Let's see, I got things all around. I don't know which corner of the shop to focus on. We are starting to clean up that table over there. mic that way. Oh. Yeah. Alright, there we go. As you can see, we're starting to get this cleaned up a little bit. Yeah, I probably pick this up. Let's see, we got, I might do that too. Might put the rubber glove thing I made. This is from a video a long time ago. I made this rubber glove holder in a video, I don't know how many years ago, but it holds a box of gloves. It's made out of some zebra wood. I just kind of drew up a pattern, I painted it. It's holding up. I recently, when I did the French wall cleats, I just added this little piece on the back so that I can hang it around. But it might be more easy to get to than way back there. If I pop it over here. I can't get any French cleats up on. Oh yeah, look at that. I can slide it under here. That's not bad. And now if I'm working over here, I can easily grab those. I got this little table here. I need to get cleaned off because it's hard to do glue ups on my table saw all the time. So let's see, got some rubbing alcohol that won't fit in the container. I don't know if I want to put any tools really in there. Oh, there we go. I found something I really wouldn't mind putting in there. This is for the oil I use for my air tools. If you use a lot of your nailers or anything, just make sure you oil them because that really helps keep the nails from jamming up. I might keep that down here. I might be able to put some more different stains on this part of the shelf. That fits up there. That doesn't fit there, so it has to go here. Oh, this might fit up there. No. Alright. Well, let's see what other stains I got. Got a paint, another stain, clear coat, pre-stain conditioner. I mean, that's some of the stuff I need to see if anyone else wants. I mean, if you are doing a lot of staining, pre-stain conditioner is really helpful. I just don't stain a lot, as you can see. I'll put that there. And not sure which one to put next. I got another stain I can put in there. Alright, that works. Hopefully it doesn't fall off the wall. I mean, I had some screws in there. I screwed it right to the French cleats, which are screwed to the wall, so I'm sure it's fine. I don't got any more small containers of anything that I can put on the bottom shelf that I can see laying around. Let's see. There's got to be something else I use. I don't think there is anything else. Maybe I'll put like right now I got all my laser glasses just sitting in piles of sawdust. Maybe I'll put them up here. It would be cool to have something on this inner side of this shelf, like a measurement chart from standard to metric. That might be cool to get a big printout or something right there. That'd be nice to be able, if I need it for different things I'm working on. Sometimes when I'm trying to figure out how to put something on the CNC, that would be helpful instead of pulling my phone out all the time. I swear I had another pair of laser glasses I could sit in there. But my goal is to get this all cleaned up, and it was cool that I got it for free from work, but it's going to be helpful to keep some small chemicals in there and organize a bit, especially since I go through a lot of super glue doing some of the craft show stuff, and I can't ever find any of them. So far I thought I'd find more, but I only have found one that wasn't in the pack. I mean, I could open up these packs, but maybe I'll just set those in there so I know where they are. They don't really fit, but maybe I can lay them down. Like those ones. Oh yeah, that works. Alright, ouch. I was wondering where that went. Just kicked it over. So like table saw jigs like this, I made this in a video where it really helps when you're dealing with like live edge stuff. You can set this, I think it was another woodworker I saw make this, and he explained how easy it was to make. I want to say that this is like 10 inches. If I remember, I set my table saw to it and clamp a board in it and then cut the rough edge off. That's kind of like the easiest way to square up an edge of a board for me that I have just laying around, because my joiner is down in my basement, and if I need to square up an edge, or yeah, just because I need to cut some stuff out for the CNC, this is probably my favorite thing. But to figure out where to put it, it's going to be quite difficult. I'm not sure if I should maybe put some sort of French cleat on it, or well, I got a shelf up there. I'm just going to slide it up there, because I did have a bunch of paint cans up there. This might fit up there now. There, got it up there. So, one of my shorts a couple weeks ago was this, like the perfect half laps. I really like the, I'm going to use half laps, I think, more often because of that. I don't know if you've ever seen this thing, but it's pretty nice. Being able to put your stock in here and it automatically knows where center is, and then you can set your table saw blade to it. I left mine a little lower than this, and you'll see like a little gap there on the top. That's how I like to do mine. So when it glues, it kind of hits that other side, and then I can sand it down to it. I left a little more than I would like, but you know, it was my first time using the jig, and now what I know is like you can get really accurate with this, because I was just trying to go off. Oh, I didn't even realize I had little magnets in the bottom. Even better. don't know if this is also... Okay, now we got the clamps there, got the sandpaper. That jig is another table saw jig that I made for a video a while back. I'm not sure if I even need it anymore. I mean, I was selling quite a bit of these like book holders with the angle on them so you can like drop your book on them and store them. So I use this jig to set on my fence, which, I mean, it's still a good jig. I'm not sure what I can use it for right now, but maybe I'll put it above the white shelf that we're organizing right now, because it's not something I grab every day, and it's take up room right there. Get my sander found. Oh, here it is. If you're just joining in, hey, how's it going? I'm just hanging out in the shop today, looking around, trying to clean up a bit, getting prepared for my next week's video. Last week's video was a bandsaw build. This is the one I was working on last week. It turned out, I think, pretty good for my first one. But if you want to watch the full video to see how that turned out. Now, next week's video is going to be about my table saw that I've had for 8 years and how I keep it maintained. I can't really quite see the chat too well. Let me see. I just see hi, so hello. Nice to see you. And let's see here. Here's another French cleat in case I want to hang more up. When I did the French cleats, I made lots of extra little pieces. I really thought I was going to fill this wall. I haven't really got too many things. Oh, there's little emojis? That's awesome. I'm still new to the whole YouTube Live. That's pretty cool. Thank you for the emojis. Let's see. But this jig, I'm probably going to put it... let's see. Yeah, probably over there. Let's see. I'm going to put this up on top of that. I'm going to be moving the camera quite back and forth because today I'm trying to organize the shop. I got a few videos I want to work on. Oh, I realize the camera's not pointing at me. I got a few videos that I'm working on in the next week or so. I want to do this table saw video, and then I got a CNC being sent to me. It's like a little one from one of my favorite sponsors, Saint Smart. They've been sending me little CNCs here for a few years now, so I'm gonna do another video, but not of like an unboxing, more like an in-process type video. I'm gonna show how I can use it with all the stuff I like to make for craft shows. Actually, I got some of them over here right now. I can show you. I've been working on these ones didn't quite turn out first. The boards were kind of warped. Now they're getting flat again. I put some weights on them. They're like little Yahtzee games. I usually sell these for $25. The dice fit in there. Actually, I have one die here. I usually carry around. I can leave it by the CNC actually, so that I can test fit these holes. So I make sure they fit in there. And I put a dry erase marker in there. Now that this has been sitting in the shop for a while, you can see like how there's a little gap left. It was a lot worse than that, but it's getting better. I know that sometimes working with wood that's not completely dry is kind of a pain, but sometimes I just gotta wait. I got some maple I ended up buying from a guy on Facebook, and so not all of it was completely dry, so now it's just drying in my basement, and that's why this one kind of rocks a little bit. But it's also flattening out a lot better than I thought. I'm gonna go put some more. I got 20-pound weight on it to kind of push it down. So where the warp is, I'm putting it on the table and putting the weight on it. I can see that it's almost closed back up. So this will be a usable one here soon. Alright. Now let's see if I can get this all the way up there. I think I had a step stool. Alright, here's the step stool. See if I can get that up there. I'll show you what I was talking about. It's not a jig that I use a lot, so I'm going to move it up a little bit towards the ceiling. How's that audio coming through? I'm using like a microphone, but it's way over there. And if you guys can hear me, if you want to leave a comment, everywhere I move, I don't know how good that mic's working. Alright, that'll work. In case I need that anytime soon. Another router jig I use. I use that for putting keyholes in. That's my new favorite thing to do. I make a lot of like signs and wall art for like craft shows, but I've been now adding a keyhole bit and putting a hole in the back to hang each one. I wasn't doing that at first, but it makes a big difference. I was just making like shelf setters, or you know, if like people could put up on the wall like on something, but now they can actually hang them. Maybe I should clamp this to this table. Might be able to close it up. That might help too. I'll just put it back where the weights were. Give it a couple more weeks. I'm gonna move this camera down. This mountain's kind of... There we go. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I got another one that was kind of warped. I'm just putting a couple weights on them, let them sit there for a while. Those will be ready. Sample table legs. Yeah, I see the chat. I got it up the whole time. I'm not sure what you mean by sample table legs. I don't make a lot of tables anymore. Mostly, I don't know if you watched last week's video of this bandsaw box, but I've been making small things for craft shows. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It's taken me a long time to get this together, and I feel bad because I just leave it such a mess. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm working on lately. It's like Little bandsaw box. Let's see, it's in camera. There it is. Got like the drawers here. I haven't like put anything fancy on the inside, but you know, I kind of like the way the 3 different colors of wood is like that. You said table leg ideas. I've made quite a bunch of different legs for tables, tapering them. I got, I don't know. Anytime I do it, I usually put like tapers on them. Oh, okay. I see what you mean, like for a coffee table. Yeah. Actually, I kind of want to make a coffee table right now. I got a big piece of ash I just got off a guy from Facebook a few weeks ago, and it's like it's too long right now. But I was thinking I can get the legs out of the same thing for the top. You're welcome, man. Thanks for the support. Yeah, I'll be doing this every Saturday if you want to follow along. I'm just going to jump in the shop, go live for an hour, talk about my future plans for the next week, and just hang out in the shop, answer any questions people have. But anyways, back to your table leg questions. I think I'm going to use the same ash from the piece of wood that I bought and make some short little legs on it. And I think I might put a couple of drawers. I'm not sure. Thank you. Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it going. Like at right now with that bandsaw box, I glued up a few more blanks. Like if you watch that video, I'm not a very good artist, so this is kind of what I'm looking for on my next one. I kind of want to like do a whole circle with the bottom open so that the drawer comes out on both sides, so it's like a double-ended one. It's a lot less cutting I'm going to have to do, a lot less gluing up. But my only concern is right here, it opening and closing the gap so that I just don't want the drawer to be loose in there, you know. But I still might do it, but maybe what I'll do is do something like I got some like copper or brass rods that I can run through there and maybe epoxy them in to hold it, and I think it would look cool with the wood. But for now, I'm just, you know, I work on making some like these Yahtzee games. I got another one here where the dice fit in like perfect, and it gets a Sharpie in there, a dry erase so you can reuse it. Magnets will go in there, and then you got a little box for your game. This is great for camping and things like that. That's what I'm going to be working on for next year's craft shows. Hello. Oh, hey, man, I love your channel. Thanks for saying hi. I love everything you do, man. I feel honored that you stopped by. The Bearded Viking, just that's awesome. Thanks for saying hi, man. I'm just here in the shop doing a little bit of organizing, talking about my next project for next week. My last project was a bandsaw box. I do know that you do a lot of things with boxes, and I love everything that you've made. But yeah, I was pretty impressed with this little box. I got the drawers to come out. They look, for a first time box, it was amazing. Oh, thanks. Yeah, there's one of my popular sellers on craft shows right now is like little games like that people can take to go camping with them, and Oh man, they're so much fun. I made a video last week about my first bandsaw box, and I can just say I couldn't believe how you can barely see the seams where I went in with the blade. The kerf is so nice that you could squeeze it together and glue it, and it doesn't make the drawers too tight. So I made this one after I glued up the panels and everything. I had this little one I tried for the first time with the bandsaw, and it was just a piece of scrap I had, and then I went to that. So thanks, man. It's awesome. But next week's video, I'm going to talk about my table saw and how I keep it running for the next. I mean, I've had it for 8 years. It's my first table saw, and I've probably the only one I'll ever have, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just going to talk about the maintenance I've done on it just to keep it working. That's awesome. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. It really means a lot. You know, out here making videos, hanging out with people, other woodworkers, the community. It's just a good feeling. But let's see, I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to clean up. I'll show you a little bit more of my messy shop. Last week's live and this week's live I've been working on over here. I got this cabinet given to me from work so I could store some stuff in it. And I'm finding some stuff that I put in there. I don't have a lot of small things, like they're too fat, it wouldn't fit any, like I got so many half cans of activator, but unfortunately they're still a little too tall. And then another idea I'm having is I might go put some cool stickers on here from some of the companies that sent me some stuff to try out. But let's see, I don't know if I got anything else I want to put up on the wall. Got all this blank real estate over here. Let me see, move the camera. I got my clamps up there and stuff. Just feel like I can move some stuff off the table and put it over here so I'm able to actually glue up panels again in my workshop instead of outside. Let's see here, we got I just want to say thanks to the Bearded Viking for stopping in. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, which I'm sure all of you have, he's an awesome guy. And thanks for checking out my videos, man. But let's see. I'm going to probably end the live here shortly because me and my wife are going to a concert tonight. Just trying to figure out a few more things I want to put up. But let's see. Might change out. Oh, I think we did pretty good today. Got a little bit of clean space to work. another shelf, I think, to put some of the little things on, like all the Dremel accessories. But until next week, I'll see you guys next Saturday. This is going to be the end. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, me just hanging out in the shop. You know, hopefully see you next week, and have a good day.